Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Hadi Nukman Zakin. Today, I would like to tell a story about people who have been a friend, natures, and animals. So, yeah, here it goes. First one is a guy from Africa who is a friend of hyenas, and yeah, his name is Abbas. The guy that I'm about to tell you guys will change your mind about animals. Uh, the guy is called Abbas, and he is the hyena man. Abbas lives in a remote village in Ethiopia where many dangerous wild hyenas live. But instead of getting scared, Abbas became their friend. During the day, Abbas goes to the market to find food and takes it to his home. And during the night, hyenas come out and magically show up at his doorstep, not to attack him, but to play and eat with him. He even knows them in his family tradition for four generations. What you're looking at is amazing examples of that as animals are not your enemies, because even hyenas, the wild dangerous animals, can become a human's best friends. And the next one is from Hawaii. The guy now doesn't need to use Google. Here's why. He can do everything only using his body, and with his body, Cap can do wonders. He can start a fire with his hands and put out a fire with his feet. Insane, right? And he can climb a coconut with a tree with his bare legs, and husk a coconut with his mouth, open it with his muscles, and milk it with his hands. And his tattoo, he did by himself. This 52-year-old is super fit and young because he only eats vegan food, but sometimes he has to eat fish. Cap grew up in a small country of Samoa. And in Samoa, they learned how to survive from his ancestors, sorry. At a time where everything we know we get from the internet, he learned it is refreshing to people who can survive without it. And the next one is someone who's being a friend of bats. Meet Batman, okay? His name is Richard. His best friend is a bat. What you're listening right now is a real life Batman, except this one doesn't fly around, fight bad guys, or drive in a Batmobile. Instead, this one has lived with a bat and being a best friend with him. Richard lives in the Seychelles Islands, and 20 years ago, he got in a work accident, and now he cannot lift this chair. He cannot lift the chair. And he was sitting. As he was sitting there, he saw an abandoned baby bat. So he took it in and gave it shelter and food for 23 years from now. And ever since then, every single day they sit facing each other by the porch, eating mangoes together and keeping each other company. The real Batman, turns out, doesn't even leave his chair. He's sitting in his home, hanging out with a bat. It is very amazing to know about how people can be a friend of animals. And this is why when we saw, for example, like when we saw a tiger, we were all afraid. We don't have to, okay? There is a way to be a friend of those wild creatures and animals. So yeah, that's all I can say about the people of nature. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.